So this young lady asked this question in the Ask Old People Advice subreddit, saying, why do older women tell younger women not to marry? She says, I'm in my mid 20s and recently went through a pretty rough breakup from a long term relationship. I moved out and I'm in the process of starting my life from scratch. Now, all of the women in my life tell me to never date, never marry, and never live with a man again. Why? Maybe I haven't gotten far enough into single life yet, but it already feels so lonely. I'm watching all of my friends get married and start families. I can't imagine being alone for the rest of my life. Um, being alone for the rest of my life is better. I love some insight. So keep in mind that Ask Old People will be a co-ed subreddit. And I literally just took a few screenshots, so I really don't even know what we are about to read. And these are not like women that are of the decenter men, let's smash the patriarchy type that you would see on my platforms. So let's see what the ladies are saying. Snoo Hobby says, I wouldn't say never marry, but I'd say don't automatically assume that marriage is the goal and don't rush to marry. Most people marry too quickly or marry without clear expectations and good communication already on board. What I will say is that if you do choose to marry, do not make yourself trapped by financial dependence on someone else. Make sure it's always a choice to stay. Great advice. Because when you are financially dependent, you have to stay there. You have to game plan so much harder to get out if you are trapped, if you get isolated. Lorraine says, people do marry too quickly and without having communication skills needed. Part of it is some women are caught up in the fairy tale wedding scenario, thinking the wedding day is the end goal. It's not. It's the beginning of the hard part. Unfortunately, some men see the wedding as the end of them having to try. Hence, all the stories we see of men doing nothing after the wedding. Captain Miss says, this is my greatest fear, complacency. Women seem happier as girlfriends than wives, in my experience. Jim in the Bananagrams says, that was my experience as well. Dole Geologist says, seems to me more people are in love with the wedding more than the person. You see it with people who want to cut their losses if the other person doesn't want to get married. That says the marriage is more important than the person. You don't care who you marry as long as you get married. Pio Pri says, or it says the marriage and the person are both important. I care about being married and I care about the person I'm marrying. If someone disagrees, that's okay, but it probably means it's not a good match, given it's a pretty fundamental value and likely indicates disagreements on other pretty fundamental things. Wilbert Stiltskin, I love these names, says also, many younger women believe, oh, he will change once we are married and living together. Nope. He will still be drunk, only no longer on his best behavior. He will still be terrible with money, only now you are responsible for half. If things make you nervous before you get married, listen to your gut and delay. JYQE says, don't rush to move in either. Too many hobosexuals out there. And if the OP does, she should let the guy provide the place so she's not liable for him. I love that hobosexuals are in the lexicon all over the place so that women know and understand that these people are out there trying to attach to a woman looking to suck her time, energy, and resources. Biscuit Boy says, facts, married late, so was all settled in my life and finances, and so was he. We keep separate accounts with a joint account and card that we pay utilities, groceries, dates, and other joint expenses on, prorated roughly by wage, and it's perfect. No fights about money or spending. We each spend what we have, and no one worries about the other is wasted or is miserly. And every day is a choice. I'm the breadwinner by far. I make sure my husband has enough. I tell him to save. We do an informal check-in periodically to make sure the split is fair. I don't want him to feel trapped with me or feel like I can't make him go. He says we are together because we like each other, not because one can't leave. Did the same thing when he moved in. Same thing I made all my female friends do. Keep your apartment until you are 100% sure. You don't pay me rent. You sure don't give up your rent controlled apartment in an area of the city you love until you know you like living with me. You never ever get yourself trapped. Also, prenup. Nazu Swaz says, this is very good advice. You shouldn't need or rely on another person to keep you entertained. That will backfire on you. Be your own person. And if you find a special someone, don't rush it. The older ladies simply want some younger ladies to avoid some of the obstacles and missteps that they went through. The financial dependence, some of it a choice, sometimes it's not a choice. Some of the things that we are literally indoctrinated into being, the wife appliance, the incubators, some women literally didn't have a choice. The women of right now, as it stands in this country, have choices. So make the one that is best for you, not simply because you are pushed into it by social conditioning and culture and traditions and all of that. All right, y'all, weigh in. Let me know what you think. Why do older women tell younger women not to marry? This young lady posted this screenshot from her boyfriend in the Black Lady subreddit asking, what would you say to this and advice for letting go? At least she's looking for advice for letting go. That tells us that she's already on the way out the door, which is a good thing. So here's the screenshot from the soon to be ex boyfriend saying, you do look good by my side, I can't deny. But if you not behaving properly, you gotta go. It's bigger than just how you speak to me. It's how you think of me. It's how you respond to me when I tell you something. You say you not disposable. Well, prove it and give me the utmost respect when dealing with me. Make my life easier however way. Earn all that you want from me every day. I want you to win with me so we can win together. But if you're not performing adequately, you then you leave me no choice. Oh my God, in this one paragraph, which he did use some punctuation, which is good. Yay. But he also said utmost respect instead of utmost respect. And that just was like chalkboard. But anyways, he's talking to this person as if she is a puppy or something trainable, or like he's trying, I don't know. But he's certainly not talking to a person that he sees as an equal partner. And to that, I say, yes, you should definitely leave. Like, for real, leave him no choice. Let him leave you. Say, it's not you, it's me. Because we're not going to be acting like this grown woman needs to be behaving properly according to some man. Absolutely not. We're not doing this. We're not, sitting up here trying to perform for a man. No, absolutely not. And I'm glad that she is talking to the women in the Black Lady subreddit. So let's see what some of the comments say. Oh, it looks like she gave the backstory. She says, we got into a small argument the night before. He felt played by something I said. When he said it back to me, I admitted he was right. That would have hurt my feelings. It's not something I'd want to hear, so I apologized. He started getting upset, saying sorry wasn't going to cut it, and he was cool on me. We had been together for 4 months, and I told him I'm not throwing this away over a small argument. He started saying I'd have to make it up to him by buying his ticket for this thing we were supposed to attend together. I texted him later after we hung up some pictures of us over the past couple of months, and he said, this is what we built. I'm not disposable, so don't treat me that way. This was his response this morning. I felt like this is narcissistic and an a-hole response. This is coming from a man who every time we were going to break up said he doesn't want to lose me and wants me in his life. Claims that he loves me and values me, but this does not feel like that. He acts like he doesn't ever make mistakes when I do something wrong, even though he admits to me that sometimes he has done wrong and messed up between us. He does make improvements when I address issues, but I don't like the way this text makes me feel and how quick he is to dispose of me when I mess up, even though I forgive him for his wrongdoings. She says, I'm 21 with attachment issues. I love him, but this has honestly made me unattracted to him. But when I look back on our pictures, I still feel love for him and want him in my life. I just want him to treat me better when he is upset. Number one, you're 21 with attachment issues. So you need to figure that part out, because going forward, even if you break up with this person, if you don't address the attachment issues part, you're going to consistently be in this cycle of sticking and staying with people that are not worthy to stick and stay with. Number two, You've been together for 4 months. This is not love. This is not what love looks like. You're only 4 months in, and your brain hasn't fully formed, your frontal lobe, and all of that. Please know and understand you have got a lot of growing to do. This is why a lot of older women want the younger ladies to slow it down. And then number three, he's at you, you apologize. You admitted you were wrong. People do that. That is what people do. But he's acting like you need to buy him something to ask for forgiveness. Absolutely not. He's using you. This sounds like a hobosexual situation. All right, now let's look at some of the comments. Cold Pizza says, do not respond to this message. Don't ever respond to or reach out to this person again. NRJ says, block this man and get a therapist. Full Moon Thought says, him saying you weren't behaving properly and performing adequately just completely icked me out. He's making your relationship sound like a work performance review. Don't respond and block him everywhere. You deserve better than this. It is not right that he's holding you to higher standards all the time and make you work to prove that you're worthy of his respect. A healthy relationship is one where both people can work through problems together and are on equal footing, not one where you have to work to earn forgiveness from your partner. Me and Soggy Left Hit says this. I'd respond utmost, like put a star by it, utmost, block him on everything and then delete his number. Yes, you have got to let him know that is utmost instead of upmost, because that's just very irksome. Typical External says 4 months is too soon for this level of drama and intensity. Don't collect red flags. Don't go back. If you are able and depending on your location, try seeking low-cost therapy sources such as BetterHelp or a local clinic. I wouldn't keep dating with attachment issues. Absolutely. Resolve the attachment issues first. Enter Titty is responding to this 100 in the dying flower, saying, oh, the drama. I wouldn't say anything ever again. Crown Bestowed says they love that damn 100 emoji, laughing my butt off. Such cornballs. All right, so Inner Titty says that emoji is an immediate ick. It's their version of a mic drop. It really is. They really act like they say something with that 100. C-Bell Mo says, it's giving manipulation and power struggle. First, by acknowledging what you said was hurtful, I'm proud of you. Accountability is what's needed with building relationships, and by doing that, you did your part. You apologized and acknowledged. He's now being a manipulative a-hole. Now, everything that he is requesting of you in that message, can you apply to him? If there is no reciprocation, then your relationship is to benefit him, not the both of you. You're not supposed to be a man's piece. You're supposed to add to the piece that he's already created for himself and vice versa. Your man wants to be the head and you the neck, which is fine. However, just by what you said of how he reacted after your apology in this message, he thinks submission is an automatic thing. His view on relationships is what you can do for me, not how we can build us. I read more I than we. If he wants to lead, then he needs to learn that leaders don't demand anything. They lead by example. They react in a way they want someone to respond to them. In my honest opinion, he doesn't want a teammate. He wants a trophy. You are not a simple trophy. The whole performing adequately got me feeling some type of way. He's talking like he's your manager giving a performance review. Whoa, hello there, friend says, I would say nothing and block this man talking about needing to perform better. Get the F out of here. I do want to go back to this whole leading thing. I want women to get comfortable with leading themselves and that we do not need a peen haver to be our leaders. We are whole humans that have the capacity and capabilities to lead ourselves, to dictate our own behaviors, to figure out a course of action and all of that. We can do all of that ourselves. We need partners to be in this together, to ride this journey with, not that's going to take over and steer us in his direction. Please take that to heart. You do not need a leader that's a peen haver. All right, y'all, join the conversation. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. The content creator Ask Arby on Twitter reposted this screenshot of this Reddit post. I'm doing it from here because, yes, we have talked about the whole men not showering and having bad hygiene, but some of the comments in the Twitter thread illuminated some things that I didn't know, and I wanted to know if you guys have heard these things. She captioned it if it isn't a mental health issue he is willing to work on, she should dump him. Okay, so here's the thread. She says, am I wrong for threatening to leave my boyfriend over his hygiene? My boyfriend, who's 21, and she's a 20-year-old woman, have been together for 3 years, and things were going great until recently. About a month ago, he stumbled upon a YouTube video claiming that not showering is healthier, and he took it to heart. Stop showering altogether. I've tried to gently remind him to shower, but he just gets defensive and storms off. After weeks of this, we had a huge argument, and I finally snapped, telling him that if he doesn't start showering, I'm leaving him. I packed a bag and rented a hotel room for 2 nights because I couldn't handle the smell any longer. He bombarded my phone with apologies, but I ended up blocking him out of frustration. When I finally unblocked him to talk, he brushed off my concerns, insisting I'm not his mom and he'll do what he wants. I tried explaining that poor hygiene can lead to health issues, but he just got angry and disrespectful. Eventually, I told him I couldn't be with someone who neglects their hygiene, and I felt like he might be struggling with something deeper. His reaction has me worried about his mental health, so I'm considering reaching out to his mom for help. Now I'm feeling guilty and questioning whether I'm overreacting. Was I wrong for setting such a hard boundary? You're absolutely not wrong. If a person is unhygienic, it is a health issue. But who really wants to be around the stinky person? Absolutely not. But this part right here saying that, are there really YouTube videos out here talking about don't shower? So that's why I wanted to get into some of these comments. Okay, so Karina says, ew, dump him and run, saying at least cats wash their butts. Now, Barely a Speck says, let's talk about how incel groups encourage this and other isolating behaviors to actually get these men rejected by the women in their lives so that they can victimize themselves and get even more mad at women, therefore become more susceptible to incel propaganda. Have y'all heard of that? I have never heard of this. So we need to talk about this. Are there these groups that are putting out stuff saying don't wash your butts anymore, don't shower anymore? Y'all need to weigh in and let me know if you've heard of this. Roxy says, if you're not his mom, he wouldn't put you in a position to have to act like one. Leave him and let him sort out his own ish. You're 20 and don't need to waste your time on this ridiculousness. Value your time and energy. No one else will. This person says, I'd break up with him and still tell his mom, regardless of whether it's mental health issues or not. Tacos have entered the chat, says, it's so very sad that I'm able to use this over and over again, just bringing it out maybe a week ago. And it's The Rock saying, wash your balls. Mae West says, I say reach out to his whole family, intervention style. If it isn't mental health, you'll figure it out. Things have to change, though. I can't imagine being with someone who refuses to be clean. Ugh. Dan says, oh my, love can conquer a lot, but I'm not sure it can overcome smell. Angel says, send the mom a voice message and dump him. Let that man be someone else's cross to bear. Now, Jason Voorhees' dorky cousin says, I don't shower quite as often as I probably should. Ew, but I would never just stop doing it. That's disgusting. How does he not feel the grime building up on his skin? Please wash more. If you are an adult, please, even if you're not an adult, please just wash, clean your booty, put on some clean underwear. Like, can we stop this? Can we just stop this? I know people talk about the oils that get stripped, but just put some oils back. Like, get some creams, get some oils, get some lotion, get some body butters. Please wash your booty and put on clean underwear. We shouldn't be still having this conversation all the time. Okay, so Mullet Braid goes into the incel groups again, talking about a lot of incel grooming sites encourage men to stop hygiene so they're not controlled by so-called women's standards. It's perfect as an isolating technique because it reinforces their insecurity that everyone hates me as others recoil from the smell. Block those websites. Y'all, I had no idea. That's the reason why we needed to do this today, because maybe this is the reason why there is an epidemic of smelly men, and it is coinciding with this epidemic, this supposed crisis of lonely men. Maybe all of this, why they want all of these men to be lonely, I don't know. But if someone is smelly, please do not subject yourself to them, and please don't let them touch your body or into your body. Please, please. Chase says a lot about how entrenched the incel far right pipeline has become, that algorithms present some guy with a video as ridiculous as "Don't do hygiene for better health," and he immediately goes all in, conditioned by other content fed to him, unquestionably wrecking his life, keeping men single and lonely. Men are keeping other men single and lonely. Like, why? Why are they listening to these people? Mullet Bread says, "Yep." Also says a bit about how insecure and naive and unclear about online manipulation he is, and a lot of other young men are. And then Chase says, "It's really unfortunate and gross. If there is such a thing as mind virus, this is what it looks like. They're targeting young, becoming victims of the toxic culture, but go on to spread it to other young men while perpetrating its toxicity on others outside the in group." Please be aware that this is going on. If you have ever noticed a video like this, please let me know what it is titled so I can figure it out and see it for myself. Join the conversation. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.
Reasons why I dumped my boyfriend. Everybody wants to know, so I'll tell ya. I got a lot of reasons. One time he said to shut up, and I don't like that. Nobody tells me to shut up. That's mean. Don't ever let a man tell you to shut up, because that is not nice. He's a Leo, and I should have known. He's a bad driver, and I almost got killed. So I'm not going to sit in the car with him anymore. And he's got bad music taste. He doesn't even know Taylor Swift. And he's a picky eater. Always complained I couldn't take him anywhere. His bed didn't have a headboard. Can you believe it? A grown man. And he's too close to his ex. I got all my exes blocked because I'm a good girlfriend. And he never told me I look good. I look good every day. I slayed more than him, and I can't help it. But I wish him the best. Please don't send him any hate, because it's not right. Thanks for the support. Love yous.